modern Alfa Romeos, this is probably the first one that springs to mind. It's the very cute, very funky little Mito. It's a standout head-turner in a super mini market dominated by old reliables like the Fiesta and the Yaris, with a cheeky face that's both playful and steeped in Italian history. Tractor Motors in Blanchardstown have kindly lent me this 2011 model to video test drive and see what the big deal is with this small car. First impressions of the cabin are good. I like the design. It's very simple with a well-balanced dash and a stylish centre console that's both easy on the eye and easy to use. There's ample storage in the cabin too, with plenty of cup holders, wide door bins and a large glove box. The quality of materials used in the cabin is also quite impressive, and both the upholstery and the interior plastics look and feel quite upmarket. It feels bigger inside than it looks, and up front here is pretty spacious, with plenty of adjustment in the seats and in the wheel for the driver. Room in the back isn't bad either, definitely not by super mini standards, but 2 seatbelts back there mean it's strictly a 4-seater. And the fact that it's only available in 2-door mean that it's probably aimed more at the young and trendy market than the small family one. But that said, it does have ISOFIX fittings for child seats back there, and good access to the rear thanks to wide opening doors. Our family car when I was growing up was a 2-door, and I survived a bit of scrambling in and out, plus getting car seats in and out is just awkward no matter how many doors you have. So if you really love the Mito, I wouldn't let that put you off. It's also got an impressive list of safety features with 7 airbags, including one for the driver's knees, ESP stability control and front head restraints, which help prevent whiplash in the event of an impact. So it's no surprise it got the full 5 out of 5 stars on the NCAP. Standard equipment levels are quite generous, and all Mitos come with alloy wheels, aircon and front fog lights, while the mid-spec distinctive versions get cruise control and parking sensors, and the top of the range models get sportier styling and full leather. The boot is surprisingly large for a super mini, much bigger than the mini, but unfortunately a little bit high off the ground, so not ideal for getting heavier items in and out. That said, there's plenty of room for the weekly shop, and it can be extended into the rear by dropping the rear seats, the bases of which also fold forward, adding a bit of extra length to the load area. It's a lovely little car to drive. It feels quite sporty, and like the Giulietta, it's got Alfa's DNA system, which allows you to switch between different driving modes that change the feeling of the steering and the throttle. So you've got the dynamic mode, which will weight up the steering and make the whole car just feel a bit more powerful. Then normal for when you're just in and out of traffic and you can't appreciate that. And then all weather for trickier driving conditions. Overall, I really like the way it handles, and I like that you have that option to switch between different modes depending on your mood. The only thing I will say is that the back window is just a little bit on the small side, and I have found myself squinting in the rear view mirror just a little bit. But you do get used to it, and I'll forgive it because it's got one of the nicest rear ends I've ever seen on a Super Mini. So yeah, I'm now officially a fan of the Mito. I like the fact that it's a bit different, looks great, but is still really practical. It's like a Mini but for someone with a bit more imagination. And while it's by no means a budget Super Mini with a starting price of $21,000, there's nothing budget about it in terms of the drive or the overall quality either. Plus there are some really good value used models like this one here that are becoming available on the second-hand market and are definitely worth a look. To see for yourself, check out CarsIreland.ie for a huge choice of new and used cars.